Are you able to hear my voice now? Okay, great. Fine. So here I have this Apex class with me, and this is the class definition. This is the method definition, and what I am doing, I am going to anonymous window. Here I have written these two. Okay. So now if I execute this, my question is, I have created object one, I have created object two, right? Two different objects I created. But will the result be same or I will get different result? That is the question. So let me execute and see the answer. Okay. See, I am getting the same result. Same result. Why? Because here the R value is same. That's why you are getting same result. But is this the way you want? No. If I give different R value, I want a different value. Okay, right? So for that, what we need to do till now, what we have done non-parameterized methods. So we are not passing any parameter to this method. So every time this method behaves in the same way. But if you want to give different values as input, okay, to this method, every time you give a different input, I want a different answer. Okay. Till now, what we have done, for this method, we have not giving input. The input is already predefined here. So every time you execute, you will get the same answer. But I don't want that. I want a different answer every time I execute. How can I do that? So here I will not give the value. Then what I will do, I will go to this, and here inside this, first of all, class name, object name, new class name. This is same. After that, object name dot method name. Inside the method, I want to pass value as 3 here, and value 6 I want to pass here. So for 3, it will give me a different area. For 6, it will give me a different area. But here, this method, inside bracket, whatever you pass, that is known as parameter. So here we are not mentioning anything, and here if you are passing, it cannot understand. So what we need to do, integer a. Okay, if I do like this, then it will understand that from here we are passing an integer, and that value will be stored in a, and that value will be given to this r, and it will execute. For now, let me give r only, so you will understand. Then later we can give anything there. Okay, so now here this r value I am passing to this method from outside. Okay, and I am able to save it. Star is removed, so it's saved successfully. And let me execute this. If I execute, what will be the output? See, for 3 I am getting a different answer, and for 6 I am getting a different answer. Clear? Once again I will show you. Previously what I have done, previously I have not given anything here. Okay, that is known as non-parameterized method. Means we are not passing any parameter into that method. This is non-parameterized method. But if we do like this, it means parameterized method. It means we are passing a parameter to that method. So if you want to pass parameter to that method, first you need to mention it here, then you need to give the value from here. If you mention here and if you don't give value here, that will also will not work. It will say, see, the method does not exist. See, it is looking for a method with parameter, and you are trying to call a method without parameter. It will not execute. You can give some value. You can give 0. That is a valid value. Okay, if I give 0, what happens? I will get the result as 0. But some value you have to provide. Okay, if you don't provide some value, then it will give me an error. Okay, is it clear? Put the heading parameterized method and write down this example. Parameterized method and write down this example. Hmm? Non-parameterized method means we are not passing any input to the method. Parameterized method means we are passing input to the method. Okay. Okay, fine. Everyone clear with this? Okay. Okay. Now I will do one thing. So now you understood about a normal method and a method with the parameter. This is clear, right? Okay. Now let's do one more thing. Can we call one class method from another class? Okay. So for that, we need to understand the inheritance concept. First, generally, with the common sense, tell me one point. If your father is having a house, okay, then as his child, you will get the property as inherited property. Yes or no? You will get that house. So, after your father, you will become the owner of that, right? You will get from your parents that property, house. Okay. Can you make some modifications to the house? Yes or no? Yes, you can make. If you don't like the design, if it is old model, you will do some remodeling and all. Can your father inherit anything from you? For example, if your father is having one small house in your village or hometown, here in Hyderabad, you purchased a new house, for example. You, at any point of time, you will become the owner of your father's house, but your father will never become the owner of your house because it is, I mean, you yourself earned it, right? Similarly, the same thing here also we will follow. If there is a parent class and if there is a child class, parent class properties will be inherited by the child class, but child class properties cannot be inherited by the parent class. Okay. Parent class properties can be inherited by the child class, but child class properties cannot be inherited by the parent class. Like how I said in this example, if your father is having a house and if you are his son, then you will get the rights on that property. But as a son, if you buy a new property, your father will not get rights. Yes or no? Similarly, here also from parent we can get the properties, all the methods, everything, and on top of that, you can make new changes to that. For example, your father gave you one house in your hometown. You can buy two more houses in Hyderabad if you have money. Yes or no? So there is no limit for you to do whatever you want. Along with whatever you do, you will also get the backup from your parents. Yes or no? But what they will get from you? Nothing. From parent, you can get anything to the child. Everything that is present in the parent will be coming to the child. Child can create new methods also and use that methods also. Okay. But parent can use only his methods. Parent cannot use the child ones. Is it clear? Now we will do it practically. Okay. Now this example is clear, right? So now let's go and create a new. Okay. I can give any name to a class, yes or no? I just gave some name to this class. Okay. And in this, I am writing integer a, integer spelling, integer a equal to 5, integer b equal to 6. Okay. So now I want to create a method. Okay. So this is very simple, just I just written some class. Okay. So now let me create one more Apex class. I can give any name here. I'm just giving this kind of name to make you understand and to make it simple. Okay. 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 I have written two classes. Okay. This is one class and this is another class. Okay, in this class, I have written a method with the name addition. In this class, I have written a method with the name subtraction. Okay, so now let's go to anonymous window. And here, if I want to execute this inh underscore parent, if I want to execute this class, what I need to do? First of all, class name, object name equal to new class name, after that object dot method. Okay, if I execute this, I am getting the result. Okay, similarly, if I try to execute this class, okay, if I try to execute this class, how will I do? This class name, pay attention here, I will give you time to practice. Now see, just see and observe. Okay, this second class I just gave. Now if I execute, will it work? Yes, it will work. Okay, so this is simple what we have already done. Now, okay, we got minus 10. Okay, 10, 20, minus 10, we got subtraction. Okay, so now what I want is, in the parent class, this is a property that is present. In the child class, I want to utilize that property which is present in the parent. For that, okay, we need to use two keywords to make this class from uh, parent to child. I mean, inheritance. To apply the inheritance concept, you need to apply two keywords. One is the extends keyword, which we will write on the child, and one is the virtual keyword that we will write on the parent. So, in this parent class, we will use virtual keyword. Okay. And for this method also, we will use virtual keyword. Okay. I am using this virtual keyword for the parent class. Okay. Both for the class and for method. Okay. And in the child class, what I will do in the child class, I will write extends keyword in the child class. Extends what? It is what? Extending. It is extending this parent class. Okay. If I write like this, first of all, I should be able to save it. So now I am able to save after giving the keywords. So what are the keywords that I have given? I will show it again. Let me go to the parent class. On the parent class, in the class definition, I have used this virtual keyword. Okay, that is first point. And in the method also, I used the virtual keyword. Okay, now only these two changes I made on the parent class. And on the child class, what I am doing? On the child class, I have made only one change, that is, this is my child class, right? Public class name. After that, I used the keyword extends. I used the keyword extends, and then I used the parent. Which parent class I want to extend? I want to extend this parent class. So that class name you are mentioning here. So let me repeat. To implement the inheritance concept, what are the keywords? What are the changes you need to make to implement inheritance? Inheritance means from parent you are getting something to the child. That is inheritance. So in the parent class, what are the changes you need to make? On the class name, you need to use the virtual keyword. On the method name, on the method, you need to use the virtual keyword. That is it. In the child and the class, beside the class, you need to write extends keyword, and which parent class you want to extend, that class name you will mention here. Fine. Fine. Till here, is it clear? Okay. What changes I made? How it will impact the output, that we are going to see now. Let me go to the anonymous window. Okay. So here, first of all, let me execute the child class first. How will I execute the child class? Class name, object name equal to new class name, and then obj1 object name dot method name. Will there be any difference, or it will execute as before? Same as before. No change will be there. It will execute as it is, and we got the same answer. Okay. So now the difference here, well, let's go to the parent class. Let's execute the parent class and let's see if there is any difference. Okay. If I go to the parent class, okay. If I go to the parent class, okay, class, object name, equal to new class name. Okay, and here object name dot method name. Will there be any difference in this execution? Tell me. Here also there will not be any difference. Okay, there will not be any difference. Then for what reason we have done this? What is the advantage of going with inheritance? Now we will see this. Okay, if I go to child class, if I want to call method of this child class, how I am writing? Class name obj1 equal to new class name. So here tell me one thing, what can I do here? Here I can do obj1 dot method name. This is what I can do. Yes or no? I will give you one more thing. Tell me, is it possible or not? I have created object for child only. I have not created object for parent class. Still, I am writing like this. Now let's see the output, how it will work. See, I am able to execute the method, okay, even without defining the method here. Here I have not written the addition method. That addition method is present where? It is present in the parent class. But just by creating an object to the child class, I am able to call the parent class method. This is nothing but inheritance. Okay. Put the heading inheritance, write down 2 points, and then make these points. Uh-uh. Inheritance. Put the side heading inheritance. If we write two apex classes, one is parent class and another one is child class, if you want to inherit the properties, if you want to inherit the properties, if you want to inherit the properties of the, if you want to inherit the properties of the parent class inside child class, parent class inside child class, then we need to use, then we need to use virtual keyword. Then we need to use, then we need to use, if we want to inherit the parent class features in the child class, then we need to use virtual keyword on the parent class. Then we need to use the virtual keyword on the parent class and extends keyword on the child class. Virtual keyword on the parent class, virtual keyword on the parent class and extends keyword on the child class. Clear? Clear till this point? Virtual keyword on the parent class. Only the classes which have the virtual keyword, only those classes you can inherit. Okay. See, here, even though in my child class, if I write extends, but if I don't use virtual keyword here, for example, if I don't use virtual keyword, but Okay, here if I don't use the virtual keyword, normally can I save this? Yes, normally I can save this. But without using the virtual keyword on the parent, if I try to extend that, okay, if I try to extend that, then see, it is throwing an error saying that non-virtual and non-abstract type cannot be extended. Okay, if you don't mention this class as a virtual class, you cannot extend that class. Okay, it means if the parent is a virtual, if you use the keyword virtual in the parent class, only that classes you can call, you can inherit from the child class. If you don't use the virtual keyword, you cannot inherit. If you want to inherit, what you need to do, two changes you need to do here. You need to use the virtual keyword on the parent, and on the child you need to use the extends keyword. Okay, clear. Now make a note of this parent class, make a note of this child class, and after that you make a note of this anonymous window. Okay, I will do one thing. I will copy all of these things into a notepad. Okay, so it will be easy for you to note down. I'll put everything at one place so that it will be easy. Okay. Okay. This is parent class. Okay. Child class. This is child class. Okay. Parent class, child class. Okay. Make a note of these two things. Okay. And then we can proceed further. Sir, is it compulsory to mention virtual keyword to method 2? Yes. Yes, it is necessary. I will explain in detail about virtual keyword on the method. Okay. Why we are using it on the method, I will explain in detail. First, make a note of this. I will explain that. Okay. Done, everyone? Okay, now write down this one, anonymous window, how I executed. This one also you make a note. If you have not written, write it. Write the anonymous window part. Once it's done, let me know. I will tell you some more thing. For pay attention here. Once it is done, I will explain. Okay, fine, done. Done. Okay, fine. Now let's go to the parent class. You have no problem with this virtual keyword on the class. I know. Because this is a syntax, you agree with me. Your question is, sir, is it really needed to put it on the method or not? That is the question, right? So let me write one more method. Public, okay, void multiplication. Okay, public void multiplication. I am creating a new method, c equal to a into b. Okay, and system.debug value of c I am displaying here. Here I am not using the virtual keyword for this method. For this method I have used the virtual keyword. Pay attention here, see this ones, see these ones. Here, what I have done, already in the parent class, I already have a method, and for that method, I have used the virtual keyword. I have written one more method without using the virtual keyword. Let me save this. Okay. So it is saving without any error. It means for method, even if you give virtual keyword, even if you don't give virtual keyword, it is not throwing error and it is allowing you to save. Okay, it's allowing you to save, right? So now let me go to anonymous window. Here what I have done, I have created, I have for this child object, for this child class, for this child class I have created an object and I called the method which is present in the child class. After that what I have done, I have I have used the same object to call the method which is present in the parent class. Similarly, I want to call this method now. Okay. Obj1 dot multiplication. Okay. Guys, are you able to understand what I am doing? Let me click on execute. See what happens. Here, if you remove on this method also and click on save. Okay. We go to this and click on execute. Okay, a plus b, a into b. Okay. So writing it on the method is not mandatory, but writing it on the class is mandatory. Okay, clear? Okay, so all the properties of the parent I can use them here in the child class as it is, as it is. Okay, now I got an idea to add two values which I am getting from the, okay, first this is clear, right? Okay, make a note of this first. Okay, even without giving the virtual keyword, or you can just write a note, just put a note. Giving the virtual keyword on the parent class method is not mandatory, but using the virtual keyword on the parent class definition is mandatory. Okay, write down that point. Put note and write down this point. Using the virtual keyword on the parent class method definition is not mandatory. Using the virtual keyword on the parent class method definition is not mandatory, whereas using the virtual keyword on the parent class definition is mandatory. Clear till this point? Make a note of this, guys. Make a note of this. Okay, so this is the change we made and this is the change. Okay, make a quickly note this so that we can go to the next one. That is the syntax. You have to write in that way only. Done. Now let's do some more change to this. Okay. Parent class is like this. We have addition, multiplication. Child class, we have subtraction. Now what I want is public void addition. Whatever method here I have, I want to give a different definition to this method. Okay. Okay. If I want to give a different definition to that method here, what I want to do is C equal to A plus B plus 1. Okay. I want to add 1 to A plus B. This is what I want. Okay. This is what I want. It is throwing error. See, it is saying that non-virtual methods cannot be overridden. See, already try to, all of you please focus here. So look at my screen. This is very confusing. That's why I'm telling. Okay. Let me remove this. Okay. If I click on save. So here what I am doing, whenever I want to, okay, let it save. Okay. Whenever I want to use the properties of this parent class in my child class, what I need to do, in my child class, I need to use extends keyword, and which parent you are referring, that parent name you will write. Till this you are clear. So here In the parent class, I have two methods, addition, addition and multiplication. These are the two methods I have on the parent. And on the child, I have a method called subtraction. And till now, what we are doing, as it is, whatever the method that is given by the parent, okay, exactly if you want to use it, even if you don't use the virtual keyword, that is fine. Okay, if I want to use this addition and multiplication in child, means by just creating an object to the child class. Generally, if you want to execute parent class, what you need to do, you need to create an object for the parent class generally. Similarly, if you want to execute the child class, you need to create an object for the child class. Now what I have done, I have just created an object for the child class. I have not created an object for the parent class. Still I am able to execute the methods present in the parent class using the object that I created on the child class. That is what I have done till now. But here I am not making any change to addition or multiplication. As it is, whatever it is there in the parent class, I want to execute as it is. If you want to do in that way, then it's optional to give virtual keyword. But if you want to make some new changes to the parent class method, see, already this method with the same name is present here. This method related information you are getting from the parent. Okay. But if you want to make changes to this, for example, from your father, you got a house as a property to you. Okay. To just use it, you have the rights to use it. But if you want to make some modifications to that house which is given by your father, you need to take your father permission. Yes or no? If you buy your own house in Hyderabad, then you no need to take anyone's permission. You can build it, you can break it, you can build again. But if you want to make changes to your father property, you should take permission before making the change. Yes or no? Similarly, here, what we are doing in the parent class, if you want to make changes to the definition given in the parent, then what we need to do, we need to use virtual keyword. Okay. So now I want to make, I want to give okay. I'm able to save this. Now let's come here and let's me save this. Parent class save అయింది, child class. Method must use the override keyword. Okay. So here two things we are doing. So there are two concepts called overriding and overloading. Okay. These two concepts we will discuss as part of polymorphism. Okay. Again, these will come as part of polymorphism. Here, our focus is I want to inherit the properties from the parent and I want to make changes to the properties which I received from the parent. For that, I need to use two keywords. One keyword, virtual keyword on the parent method, and override keyword on the child method. So now if I execute this, what will happen? Let's see. See, first of all, this value of C, what it is? Subtraction and multiplication. Let me go and see what I have written. Okay, inside addition. Okay, why I am not getting? Here I have not written system.debug. That is the reason. Okay, if I write the system.debug, then I will get it. Okay, so now let me execute. That also executed, but we couldn't see. Now let me execute this once. Okay, so now what is happening? See, value minus 31, minus 10. How we got minus 10? Let's see. In the child, what we have? 10, 20. 10 minus 20. What is the answer? Minus 10. We got it correctly. Next one, what is that? Here, what we are saying, here it is using which variables? See, here it is taking which variables? 10 plus 20 plus 1. So total it gave me 31 because it is overriding the properties of the addition. So what is the thing we are doing here? We are using the same method name from the parent and child, but we are defining a new meaning to this word, the addition. Here addition means a plus b. Here addition means a plus b plus 1. We are giving a different logic to that method. So now it will use these variables only, and also it will execute as per this whatever we have written here. Okay. Next, the third one is multiplication. In multiplication, what it is taking? In multiplication again, it is using the parent values 5 and 6. 5 into 6, it is giving 30. See, if I want to use the method as it is, then I no need to use the virtual keyword. But if I want to make modifications to the method which we are getting from the parent, which is inherited from the parent, if you want to make changes to that, then you need to use the override keyword. Is it clear? Is it clear? Make a note of this. Write the parent class, write the child class, write the anonymous window. ఫస్ట్ పేరెంట్ అయిపోయి అందరు రాసుకుని రైట్ ఇట్, డోంట్ టేక్ ఫోటోగ్రాఫ్స్, రైట్ ఇట్. Guys, once you are done with this, okay, first you complete the parent class. First complete the parent class. Tell me, I will go to the child class. After that, you note down this. Guys, if you are done, that's it for today. If you are not done, take a photo or screenshot so that we can close the session. Tomorrow we have class, same timings, same class. We will continue. Okay. So tomorrow morning also. Okay. You execute. You want okay? Executed. చేసాం కదా. Here, first make a note. All of you note it down. See this one by one. I will tell you again. Here, what is the first method? First one I am calling subtraction. Okay. Where is this subtraction method? In the child. So here what I am doing, a minus b. 10 minus 20 minus 10. I am getting correct answer minus 10. Okay. Clear? Second one, addition. Generally, addition means what should happen? Previously, what happened? Addition means 5 plus 6, 11 we got. This addition, if this addition is executed, you should get 11. But this addition executed. That is why you got 10 plus 20 plus 31. See, again multiplication is in parent. Here we are not overriding or we are not using virtual keyword. We are executing this as it is. So what we are getting? 5 into 6, 30 we got. Okay. Is it clear now? Because you have overridden, you have overridden the parent class with the child class. If you want to exactly use the same feature, don't use the override on the child. On the child, if you don't use the override keyword, then it will execute same as the parent. Just if you remove this, just if I remove this and save, okay, just to override if I remove, okay, if I remove the override, I cannot use the same name here. If I give a different name here, okay, then if I save, it will allow me to save. Okay, now these two are different now. Okay, now these two are different. So for addition, it will give you 5 plus 6. For addition 2, it will give you 31. Clear? Okay. Anumano. Okay, clear? Satisfied? Fine. All of you made notes, written everything. Okay. If not, take screenshots. Okay. We can close for the day. Sir, can you give an example where we can use the override keyword? This is the example. Okay. Fine then. We'll meet in tomorrow's class, same time. Don't miss. Everyone should attend weekend classes because only on weekends I will tell important topics. Okay. Come on weekends. Okay. Thank you. Tomorrow we have class, same time. Okay. Thank you. Tomorrow also offline class. Come to offline. Okay.